Hey everybody, I'm Brute Squad, and welcome back to our series of OpenTTD. This will be episode 1. In our last episode we got the game set up, and today we're going to start building some network. Specifically, we're going to start here by connecting this power plant to some coal mines. I think we'll start with this one. This one might be a little close, but that's okay. And there's one that's farther away over here that we will get as well. What about this one? This one also, yeah, that would also be a good one to connect up. So we're going to try and get these three connected up. So we'll start with this one since it has the most cargo. Get our station. We'll start with 5 long trains, 5 tile length trains. We're going to have to go around this town. So let's see. Yep. This will do for now. We might adjust this route later, but for now this is gonna be fine. Now we have to get down this hill somehow. Oops, that was a little too much. And we'll have to get over this river. We'll come down here. And there's our station. And there we go. We've got our track set out. Let's get some signals going on. And we'll need a depot. That should be a fair distance and pretty good for our first cache generating trains. Let's take out a bit more loan so we can afford our first trains. And we'll go ahead and get to train length 5. There we are. I think these should be fine to go up the hills. With the weight factor, I do have the weight factor on 3, so the cargo trains will weigh a lot more, especially when they're full. But if we notice they have too much trouble, then we'll shorten the train and go from there. But I think they should be okay. I've spaced out these inclines enough that it should be fine. Again, they may not go very fast, but that's okay. That's okay for coal. And let's get another copy of it. And we'll set them out. And we'll just keep a watch on those. And let's get a bit more low. And start up our second coal mine. We're going to have to set you back a bit. I'm going to have this go along this ridge and then connect up here. So we'll need a bit more room. There we are. And there's our junction. And I think we're going to have some sections of single track along this line, which won't be a big deal because it's only for one coal line. But if we do expand this network, there goes our first train. Let's see how fast he accelerates. Not very quickly at all. Of course, fortunately, with the coal trains being full, they're mostly going to be going downhill. So that will make things easier on their acceleration. Let's do that section as one. Or not. There we are. Again with some signals. Make these path signals. And here we'll need a depot. That will work. And we want a full load of cargo. Oops. And we'll set you off. And go ahead and clone you. So there's always a train waiting at the station. Here we go. Our first train is leaving and our second one hasn't even arrived yet. It's actually a good sign. We'll need another train to pick up the remaining, to pick up the interim, because we don't want cargo waiting in the station. That will affect our station rating. And let's see how much this first train will pick up on our first run. $85,000 is pretty good, especially for these slow trains. So, what will be our next goal? I think, thinking about it, I think that maybe this coal mine is a little too close to be worthwhile. So I think we're going to go ahead and ignore it for now. We might go ahead and do this. I think these two could do a short line from one to the other and just load up one train, load up at one train to fill these up and then take them down. I think that'll be a good idea. So this will be our next project. I want the main station to be here. this has the higher production, so I'm going to make a smaller station here. And so we'll have this line just between the two. There's just going to be one train that goes between them. But we don't have the money to get that yet, and we first want the trains that will go from here to the power plant. Let's see how we're going to get here exactly. Looks like there might be some tunneling going on. Let's see where we're going to go. I think maybe if we... Perhaps we should try and come up through here instead. So this might be not quite what we do. Yeah, I think so. I think we'll come up through here. To come down a level here. Okay, that will be our joining. And let's see how far this tunnel goes. It's pretty far, actually. Let's dig in as much as we can. Let's see how much that's going to cost. 60,000 for a tunnel. So we're going to start with just one. So that's going to take up a good chunk of our change. And we'll double it up at a later time. Is this the same level? It is. So, how much would a bridge across here be? Very expensive. Well, not terribly much. There's a passing area there. There's plenty of passing areas. And again, there's only going to be a couple trains on this area, so that's no big deal. Some path signals. And I suppose our depot is going to be over here. And we'll need another one for this area. Okay, so let's get our train going. Again, 5 long. You here and here. And wait for full load. And off you go. Okay, so now we're maxed out on our loan. We can't take out any more, so we've got to wait for more income from our trains. In order to get more trains, we need at least one more on this line. We need our line that's going to cover this area. So with that in mind, we may actually go back to a cheaper train. Let's see, if that one's 159,000, 150 is not much savings. 117 is much better. This one is just too poor to be useful. So let's go ahead and unhide this, and we'll go ahead and use it once we get enough money. Got 2 trains coming in right now. But I'll go ahead and, actually, we're just about out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and get these trains set up between episodes. And then we'll return in the next episode and we'll see what we're doing. I may set up some more coal lines around the map. I think that's what we'll do first, is get several coal lines set up around the map in various places. And I may do some of that off camera because once you've seen one done, you've seen them all. And then I'll show you those when I come back. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.